Hello, I'm Ken Carpenter, and this is Invest AI Savvy, where AI powers smart investing. Welcome to the Saturday, March 14th, 2026 edition of the Week in Review. Today, we're doing something different from the weekday morning scan. Instead of running through the daily signals, we step back, look at what the social sentiment data told us this week, grade how well BuzzPulse read the tape, and set up the names and themes you need to be watching when the markets open Monday. Let's get into it. First, the week's defining theme. BuzzPulse operated in what our system classifies as a high attention, broad sweep regime all week. 43 of the 50 tracked assets confirmed momentum in this morning's final daily run. That is an unusually high number, and on the surface, it sounds bullish. But here's the critical nuance. Average sentiment across the top 20 names was only plus 0.169. On BuzzPulse's scale of -1 to +1, this is the market whispering, not shouting. Enormous social attention paired with near zero sentiment conviction is not a bullish signal. It's a cautious crowd watching and waiting. That tension did not resolve this week, which means it's carrying into next week. Now let's look at the week's biggest social signals and how they played out. Meta was the single loudest name in the pipeline all week, hitting a Z-score of 8.3, more than 8 standard deviations above its 30-day baseline discussion volume. That is statistically extraordinary. But here's the lesson. Meta's sentiment was essentially flat at negative 0.04. Massive volume, no conviction. The catalyst was a platform safety narrative, not a business catalyst. High noise, uncertain signal, and the stock confirmed that by declining 2.5%. BuzzPulse flagged this divergence correctly. When extreme volume and near zero sentiment appear together, caution is the right read. Tesla told a similar story. Z-score of 6.7, sentiment of negative 0.01, price down 3%. The social crowd was watching nervously, not positioning. BuzzPulse's sentiment component, which carries 25% of the total Buzz score, contributed almost nothing here because absolute conviction was essentially zero. That is exactly what weak convention setups look like in our data. The cleanest signal this week came from XRP. Z-score 5.3, positive sentiment of plus 0.22, and crucially, a concrete real-world catalyst, Ripple pursuing an Australian regulatory license. That is a specific business development with measurable implications, not a meme narrative. Multi-source confirmation, positive sentiment, real catalyst. That is what BuzzPulse looks for when it assigns high Buzz score confidence. RIVN and JOBY also stood out this week for signal quality, not just volume. Both showed two-source confirmation, news API, and stock twits simultaneously, which triggers the source diversity component of Buzz score. RIVN announced full pricing for their R2 SUV, and JOBY completed a public demonstration flight over San Francisco Bay. Both had tangible product catalysts and positive sentiment. Sometimes the best signals are the cleanest ones, not the loudest. Now for the setup watch, what you need to be monitoring heading into next week. Number one, the crypto rotation. BTC ended the week with a Galaxy Score of 71 against a 7-day average of 55, a plus 17 spike in social engagement quality. Solana improved 36 positions in AltRank. ADA moved up 45 positions. PEPE jumped to 39. When multiple assets across the crypto market show simultaneous AltRank improvements of this magnitude, BuzzPulse reads it as a systemic shift in where social attention is flowing. Watch whether price follows the social lead when Asian markets open Sunday night. Number two, the broad market divergence. 20 assets are currently on BuzzPulse's divergence watch list, including SPY, QQQ, DIA, and SOX. Social attention on the major index instruments is misaligned with their price behavior. That tension always resolves eventually, and when broad market divergences break, they break fast. Any macro catalyst over the weekend, Fed commentary, geopolitical news, economic data, could be the trigger. Number three, two early stage narratives that could escalate dramatically Monday morning. Taiwan Semiconductor showed up in our pipeline with the catalyst around the U.S. Commerce Department potentially withdrawing AI chip export restrictions. If Tier 1 financial news sources confirm that over the weekend, expect TSM's Buzz Score to spike hard on Monday. Our pipeline weights Tier 1 sources at 3 times the normal volume multiplier. Watch for it. Alphabet has early-stage Waymo Lyft acquisition speculation circulating. Low conviction right now, but if confirmatory reporting surfaces, Google could move up from the bottom of our rankings to the top fast. That is your weekend review and weekend setup watch. The market came into the weekend cautious, searching for direction and generating enormous social activity without clear conviction. When the tension resolves, and it will, the move will be decisive. I'm Ken Carpenter. This is Invest AI Savvy, and that's the way it is.